Whoa.
I always love that music. It's so calming, so nice. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Sam Card Tuesday Takeover. My name is Scott Moran, co-founder here at Sam Card, coming to you live from the Austin, Texas office. That handsome dude is Jordan P. Anderson, coming to us live from what we call Studio J in his house, is where he lives. So, yeah. What is going on, Jordan? Welcome back. Vacation last week was good. We're glad to have you back.
It's good to be back. Yeah, I had to come over I got to take over the takeover. We're going to bring it back. What's going on?
Got to take it over. We got to bring it back. We're doing stuff. You guys, veterans of the show, will notice that Taylor Danielle is not with us here today. She is enjoying some lovely time off. But we're here today to talk about the Sam Card Takeover, where, you know, what we do all day, every day is we do stuff like this. I'll go ahead. We'll have the slides. We got pretty slides here for you guys, right? We told you guys who we are. No big deal. All that good stuff. But this is what we do here, right? We are the Sam Card Takeover. We are here to show you guys, we as e-commerce experts, break down celebrity creator businesses, and we're going to show you guys how they make their money, how we think they could make a whole lot more money based on what we know from Sam Card's database. And basically the whole time we're teaching you guys how to monetize like the pros, right? So today we are super excited to dive in to a business by an awesome creator. His name is Aurelius Tjin. You guys can go check him out on YouTube and social media. He's kind of all over the place. Jordan, what's his biggest thing? It's probably YouTube, right? Well, we'll get to that in a second.
It's 100% YouTube. Yeah, we'll get into it.
We'll get to that in a second. Awesome. If you hear us say something that you like, something that maybe we stumble into saying something kind of smart, and you guys want to remember it, leave it as a big aha in the chat down below, right? We always love kind of reading over those things after the call, and you guys sort of taking notes for everybody else who's watching later. So definitely type your big ahas in the chat down below as we kind of move through these things. But Jordan, we always ask every single takeover when we are looking at someone's business and we're trying to decide how well are they doing, where are the big opportunities maybe they're missing out on. We ask 4 questions. Walk us through these 4 questions.
Let's do it. So the first question is, what is the opportunity? What is the opportunity that is at hand with the celebrity? What are they selling? Do they have a huge audience? What kind of ammo, gunpowder is in the chamber ready to go? What's the opportunity? That's what we try to figure out first. What are they working with?
Exactly. What are they working with? That's right. Number 2 is, what are they promoting? If you went and followed somebody right now, you got on their email list, you watch them on, read stuff on Twitter, you follow on YouTube, whatever, where are they trying to send you? What are they trying to sell, or what are they trying to get you to click on and kind of engage with right this second? Follow the breadcrumbs and find out what are they promoting. Which brings us to numero tres. Jordan.
Oh, yes. This is always very interesting once we do an analysis of these businesses. How easy is it to buy? You watch their YouTube stuff, you watch their TikTok, you swipe up, you go check it out, and then you go to their website, and it's not always a pleasant experience, and you say, hey, I'm in love with this creator. I want to learn more. They seem like they're a master at YouTube, for example. Where do I buy your YouTube course? And oftentimes we find out that it's not so easy to buy, and actually there's multiple steps, and God forbid if you're on your phone trying to go through these multiple steps, 9 steps to click after this, and then they ask for your credit card. So we'll get into that. I'm already on my soapbox, but yes, how easy is it to buy?
We're already in there.
Grade yourself, and if you're in the chat right now, we'll ask you later, grade your own business. How easy is it to buy your stuff online?
Exactly. All of you guys watching should be thinking about, what does my business look like against these same things that we're going to be looking at Aurelius businesses for, right? But it brings us to question number 4, which is, how easy is it to buy more? Okay, super important question. If you want to know the biggest single difference, right? And I look at businesses like this all day, every day. Businesses that make hobby level money to businesses that make full-time income to businesses that make boatloads of money, right? The biggest single difference that separates hobbyists from full-time creators and people making a ton of money is, how easy is it to buy? How easy is it to buy more, right? So think about this from the lens of your own business as we dive in and talk about this guy right here. This is Aurelius Tjin, everybody, right? You guys, again, can go check him out on YouTube. I imagine, Jordan, what's like his homepage? He's like a URL to his home. Would you always like to kind of, give a nice little shout out? But is it just aureliustjin.com? I actually didn't check that out.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's in the link in the description of the YouTube
Jordan
video.
Needs some water. If anybody wants to go check out Aurelius, check the link down below. Again, we are not with Aurelius. This is not part of his business. You know what I mean? We are just admirers from afar who understand how creators make money and understand how creators can go make more money, right? So go check him out. Go join his email list. Go check some of the stuff out. But first question, how big is the opportunity? Which basically we're trying to get a sense of how big is your audience, right? If you needed to put something out into the world right now, how many people could you reach? And so really what that is a summation of email, social media followings, text message followings, just however
Everybody.
many
Yep.
people, how many subscribers or followers that you have in almost any form. Add that up, and that is basically what we're going to say is that's how big your opportunity is, right? So, Jordan, the first thing you had up here was, we have an email list right here that you guys can go join. He's at least, outwardly saying that he has 20,000 people on his email list. We don't know. I'm not in the account of whatever he creates with this thing. But we're talking email list.
It's what he says in the first sentence. Join our 20,000 members on the newsletter. So he's got 20,000 people on the newsletter.
Offering it up.
And then on YouTube, he has 304,000 subscribers. And then we went to his Instagram, his Twitter, even his LinkedIn that he lists online. And it's kind of okay. Maybe 4,000 here, 1,000 here.
Right.
But the 80-20 principle, the 99% of his hefty audience is 304,000 on YouTube, and that's where he's making most of his content. So all of his content kind of starts at YouTube and then trickles down into Reels and Shorts and TikToks and yada, 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 all that stuff.
Awesome. So yeah, when we're looking at how big is this audience, basically now we're saying, okay, we got a pretty good idea here, somewhere in the ballpark of 324,000 subscribers, right? Which our monetization sort of like benchmark that we always put out there, right? Is that everyone on this call, you should be making at least, and I mean at least, this is the floor to being like, okay, I'm making okay money doing this, right? Is you should be making at least $1 per subscriber per year, right? So what we're saying is basically we're making the assertion here that Aurelius should be making at least $324,000 from the size of his audience from the outside looking in, right? It's possible he's making many times more than that, right? As we get a chance to kind of look at Sam Cart's creators and how does that work. I mean, we have people in our world who are making $20, $30, $40, $50 per subscriber per year. So, even you guys who are watching, if you're thinking, man, I have 5,000, Twitter followers, or I have 1,000 people following my YouTube channel, right? There is absolutely, even with smaller audiences, there is a chance to make big time money, right? And we're going to show you guys exactly how to do that.
Yeah, this is kind of a question for the audience out there. Kind of do a little quick math, add up in total and drop it in the chat. How big is your audience? If you put together your email list, your Twitter, podcast followers, TikTok, YouTube, if you put that entire audience together, what does that number look like? Drop it in the chat. I think right now mine, Scott, is like a little under 10,000.
I like it.
So that's not a bad number.
There's a great example, Jordan. You are making many times more than $1 per subscriber per year, right? I think around the time that Brian and I hit the six-figure mark, right, with our first baseball brand, I think at the time we only had like 3,000 email subscribers, and like that was kind of it. We had a Facebook page at the time, which back then they called them fans because they were called a fan page. I'm dating myself. It was a long time ago, people.
Old man.
I'm an old man sitting around, a grizzled veteran of what we do here. You know what I mean? But we were probably making $120,000 a year from an audience that was maybe 8,000 people, 6,000 people, maybe something kind of like that, right? And so anyway, that's what we want to dive into and kind of show you guys how can you do that, right? And of course, we'll take a look at Aurelius' stuff and say where are the big opportunities, right? So awesome. Perfect. I think that's a pretty solid look at that. Jordan, let's keep moving, right? If we were going to go and check out the link in his descriptions of his YouTube channels, right?
Yes.
If you're now we're moving on to what is this person promoting? Where are they trying to send you, right? Jordan, if you took this screenshot from below one of Aurelius' YouTube videos, right? Where are we going?
Yeah, so, what are they promoting? So we just have to give the benefit of the doubt to every creator. We can't look into, we can't guess or like, I think that they're trying to send me here. No, we just have to go to their YouTube video. If act like a normal audience member and say, okay, where are they sending us to? So the first link, and a lot of these links, and a lot of the content that Aurelius puts out is sort of like, I'd call it like branded infotainment content, where he is doing a software tutorial, like, hey, I found this brand new software, it's called Notion, and then like, let's go through it, and then below in the YouTube link, he'll have an affiliate link to say Notion, or if he's doing a Canva tutorial, he'll have his Canva affiliate link. So when people click on that Canva affiliate link, he gets credit if they sign up for Canva and they become a subscribing member, which is one way to make money, but we've talked about this in the past, that affiliate links, You are selling someone else's product. You are not selling your own product, which means you don't always have full control over the customer experience process. You don't have full control over what the price is or what's being delivered on the other side. If you're working with Canva, if you're working with Amazon affiliates, are they going to deliver on your end? And is your customer, is your audience going to connect that bad experience with you, saying, hey, it's your fault, you sent me to Canva and I had a bad experience over there, and that loses points on your brand. So you have to kind of think about that when you're dealing with affiliate links. But that's kind of what the most of it was. It was just affiliate links, Instagram, Twitter, and then his website.
Yeah, which is great. So, we're basically saying, okay, cool. First thing he's doing is he's building someone else's business, right? When you promote someone else through an affiliate link, it's nice to earn some kind of passive money. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a thing. But traditionally, you're making pennies on the dollar, right? So when we take a look at, okay, what is Aurelius promoting? And when we bring up the idea here, right? If I map this out, let me just go ahead. I'm going to write some of this stuff out, right? If what it looks like is the majority of what he's doing, right, is related to affiliate revenue, right? So he's promoting other tools, he's promoting, whatever, he's promoting that kind of stuff. And so then down the ways a little bit, he's promoting his other, social stuff, which is great. I think that's always good, is creating a nice little kind of web, you know what I mean? Like where, you're creating a nice little web to go back to Instagram, to go back to your other channels. That's always a plus, right? More people in more places.
He's mitigating risk, if YouTube algorithm changes, or, for people that are super into TikTok or super onto one platform and the platform changes or the algorithm changes, you could be screwed if you just have all your audience in one basket. So yeah, it's nice to like kind of spread that around a little bit. But then he links to just his newsletter, I think, and that's just about it.
His newsletter is the last one you see. It says, join the community, right? The productive digital creator. I would love to see that newsletter link up higher, right? That's one of the biggest things is your guys' jobs as creators is to take people from free places, social media and things like that, and take them to somewhere more reliable, right? If I post something on YouTube, it's not realistic to think that all my subscribers will see it, right? You might be happy if 10% of your subscribers see a video that you post, or on something like Instagram, it's even worse than that, right? But when you send an email, it's completely reliable to think that 20, 30, 40% of the people you send it to are going to read it and open it at some point over the first 30 days of it being there, right? And so I would love to see newsletter up higher, right? Number one, biggest thing I spot right off the bat, right? When in terms of what are they promoting? And then down there at the bottom, it's kind of tough to see a little bit, right? But there's links to tools and gear that he uses. And then right under that, it says shop my products. Another thing that I'd love to see higher, right?
So I think the shop my products is his stuff, but the tools and gear, again, that's affiliate. That's all affiliate links.
Yeah. And so one of the biggest things that I see there, right, is when someone has something like shop my products and it's way down there, okay, it traditionally means that whatever's lower, you can kind of bet isn't making them that much money, right? People tend to put the thing that make the money up towards the top, right? So what I see there is Aurelius is probably somebody that his shop, as it stands right now, is not making him that much money, right? Which is funny because for us and what we see from our creators is that the stuff they own, their products, their services, their digital downloads, things like that, make up the humongous lion's share of their revenue. 80% or more of their revenue comes from places like my shop. So the real question here, right, is maybe why isn't Aurelius's shop his biggest revenue maker, and thus maybe something we'd see up higher, which we'll get into in a little bit. But that's my big question. Looking at this, I see what he's promoting. Those are the kind of things going through my brain and where I immediately start spotting big time opportunity.
Yeah, so I've got it kind of mapped out here on the Miro board of like what his kind of website property looks like. So the kind of funnel that he has now is it starts out on YouTube, and then the natural flow is to kind of go down to the newsletter, and then once you're on AureliusTjin.com, you have kind of three options. You can go shop a store, which is the digital products. You can sign up for a one-on-one coaching session, or you can say, here are the tools that I use. Here's all the software. That's his entire brand. It's like, hey, I found this cool software. I found this cool tool, Webflow, Squarespace. Check this out. This is my favorite tool, and you get referral links out to those software. But this is the interesting part, and we can maybe even go to his website live, but I've got it here in the slide deck as well, that once you go to those digital products, you're like, okay, let's buy his stuff. Let's check it out. The only thing that you can go buy at this moment, he's got 3 products on his page, 3 tools that you can buy, 3 things that you can buy. Master YouTube Content Planner, 50 digital products and the YouTube Master Course. And right now, all you can buy is the Master YouTube Content Planner for either $27 or $47. For the YouTube Master Course, that is a wait list currently. You can't do anything. All you can do is just add your email, not a name, not a phone number, just an email to a waiting list. And then you go to click on the 50 digital product ideas, and it takes you nowhere. There's no link. There's no join this or sign up for that or save your money here, reserve your spot. There's absolutely nothing. So here's kind of what it looks like over on his website. It's, you click, you can say learn more for the Master YouTube Content Planner, and that'll take you there. 50 digital product ideas, that takes you nowhere. It just says coming soon. And then YouTube Master Course, again, is just takes you to a drip campaign for signing up for a wait list when the course comes out. I don't know. There's no timer. There's no indication as to when the next course is going live.
And I think this is one of the best points. And Jordan, bump me back over to Miro, because I think this is where, I think there's a really awesome instructive moment in here for everybody, right? Is by nature of Aurelius putting his go visit my shop link that low in his product description, it tells me that this entire line item down here, right, all of this stuff is probably just underperforming. Probably doesn't make up that big, if we did like a pie chart and we said, okay, cool, where's all your money coming from, Aurelius? You know what I mean? Maybe right now it's, and that looks like an awful peace sign or something. You know what I mean? Maybe right now, like digital products that he creates are like some little sliver. And let me tell you why that is, right? I don't know that that's true. We're kind of guessing again, but I'm willing to bet that's probably how it's working out for him right now, right? Is because when you're on YouTube, right? Imagine this. Imagine you're on YouTube to watch something from Aurelius that's like, Jordan, give me like one of his best video pieces of content. I mean, it's a bunch of...
It's usually like a Canva tutorial or like a Notion productivity video. So yeah, one of those.
Okay, awesome. So let's do like a productivity thing, right? So let's imagine you're watching something on YouTube from him that's called all about productivity, right? Okay, so I go and I watch something about productivity, and then the link in the description says, "Hey, go to my shop," right? And where does that take us, right? If I follow the breadcrumbs, it takes me back to the Master YouTube Content Planner, and that's all I can buy, right? Well, That's not really related to productivity. That has nothing to do with the video I just watched. It's got really nothing to do with, why I'm on his channel, right? And so what I would call this, right, is that this is misalignment, okay? I'm not surprised. I'm not overly surprised that someone, it's money links down the page to go find something to buy from him. It's not related to necessarily what someone's watching at the specific time, right? Now, if you link to this Master YouTube Content Planner from something that's about how I make all my YouTube content, then it is aligned and I think would be really great. But we're not sending people to one product. We're sending people to a store. We're sending them to a place where they can see multiple options, and you're saying, hey, go have fun, go check out what you want, right? Here's what I would rather see from him. I would rather see something about productivity, right, leading me to one simple page where I had something to buy that was all about productivity and something that I could buy on the spot for something, think something relatively cheap. Maybe it's $20 or $30, $40, something kind of like that, right? But that's alignment. When you establish those kinds of things, you make it easier for someone to buy. The line from your video to finding the product is easier. There's no guesswork. I don't have to look at other things. I don't have to say, why isn't this open? You know what I mean? That is alignment. That means all of a sudden it's easier to buy. And then what can you do after that, right? What can you do is after someone goes and buys this productivity thing, right? Maybe there's another opportunity on the very same page for them to come and purchase that coaching session that he's trying to sell down below, Yes. Maybe there's another opportunity for him to go and create, another, maybe like, and I'm going to get confused here with, I'm confused with people with writing over top of other lettering. Maybe there's a chance for someone to say, hey, cool, grab this download that I have, grab this resource, this cheat sheet. You start stacking this stuff up, and this is how you get that. This is how you get off of that. How do I make it easy to buy? How do I make it easy to buy more, right? Right now, sending people to a relatively unfocused, right, shop where half the stuff is kind of not really there, it doesn't surprise me that this down here is probably not performing that well for him, right? But how do we turn this around? How do we get this from digital products makes up, 10% of my revenue to digital products is making up, 75% of my revenue, right? Well, it's by doing what I said over here on the left, right? It is, let's take your customers from a video or a piece of content about A and sell them something easy, direct, one page, super simple, you know what I mean, about that same topic, about that same kind of content, or at least really close. You know what I mean? You want it to be as related as possible is kind of the idea. So, Jordan, you took this, you circled what is Aurelius's most popular content, right? What are the sort of things we're seeing?
Yeah, this is what you should do, folks. If you're making content right now, if you're posting on YouTube, if you are posting on Instagram or TikTok, and you're confused, like, what digital product should I make? Like, where should I start? What does my audience want? Go to your videos and sort by the most popular, and then the top 5, top 10, top 15. You're going to see a trend. You're going to see, okay, people really liked when I talk about this certain topic, or people really like when I talk about this certain topic. And if you go to Aurelius' stuff and you sort by most popular, as you can see, his most popular thing is what stands out the most are Canva tutorials. So why doesn't he have a Canva masterclass, master course, course library, add-on templates, downloads? He has tutorials here on YouTube for free, and the only way for him to get paid from all that is one from YouTube revenue or from a Canva referral link, and he has to hope that somebody clicks on the link, signs up for Canva, and then he gets paid 30 to 60 days later. Instead, dude, you have the authority. You have millions and millions of views, literally millions of views on Canva from Canva tutorials. Why not just package that all up into a nice, simple course? And at the end of the Canva tutorial, you say, hey, if you enjoyed this, if you love more of this, if you want more of this, click down below. Just go to my Canva masterclass, click right here. We're taking seats right now. It's $200, it's $100, whatever the price is. And it makes so much sense. Like, just like you're saying, Scott, it's alignment. It's the straightest line from A to B. You don't have to put it all these complicated funnels or these complicated steps. Like, right as you're watching something and you like what you see, buy it. Continue.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. So let's take a look at exactly what this might actually look like, right? So Jordan and I have actually built, our own kind of example page of what something like this might look like at a Samcart. Jordan, go ahead. We can actually share the link to the page we built for Aurelius to just kind of showcase for all of you guys watching what something might this look like. We can actually drop it in the chat. You guys can go to this page. You can place a test order. You can see exactly how this works. And we'll just kind of walk through, right? But imagine you are one of Aurelius's fans, right? You're watching something on YouTube, you watch a video, and he's got a link down below one of these videos that says, hey, by the way, if you want to learn about, XYZ, go check out, this brand new training I have, or go grab this digital download, or go get this ebook that I'm selling. There's so many different shapes and sizes of digital products that you guys can go sell, right? And imagine instead of taking someone to a store, you're going to take someone to a page like this, right? And we just took, swipe some of the copy, some things like that from one of Aurelius's page about his YouTube master course, which he is it's the one on the wait list, right, Jordan? That's the current. It's not there yet. Yeah, it's on a wait list.
This is the wait list. I could show you here's the original one. Here's a screenshot of it. So you land on it and it says join the wait list. And as you click join the wait list, it takes you to this form that says drop your email here, make sure you're not a robot, and get on the wait list. But there's no place for your name, a phone number. There's no way for me to know who's signing up for my wait list. There's no way for me to text them, contact them, get them excited. It's just a simple kind of like email in the dark almost. But
for sure.
So we recreated it. We put it here on Samcart. This took me 5 minutes to recreate. You just add the video, add some headlines, add the button. And instead of saying join the waitlist, why not say reserve your spot? Why not, if someone is excited, if someone loves Aurelius's stuff and loves their YouTube tutorials, why not take payment right now? And whenever your cohort starts, whether it's in 20 days, 30 days, 45 days from now, you've got that customer, you've got their email, you've got their phone number, you've got their credit card on file, and you can start sending them emails and getting them excited to say, hey, thanks for joining, and aren't you excited? Here's the upcoming show, here's the upcoming cohort. Very simple.
Exactly right. Yeah. So pre-selling what you have, right? If it's not ready yet, no big deal. pre-sell it. Let people vote with their dollars. Let people put down a deposit to be in your next live cohort, right? Give your customers, it all comes back to that same question. How easy is it to buy, right? Right now, a lot of creators throw up gates, right? And let me know in the chat, give me a guilty yes if you've ever done this, right? But you've got a link to something to go buy, right? But when someone goes there, it's like, hey, it's not ready yet. You know what I mean? If you've done what Aurelius is doing right now with it looks like 2 out of his 3, digital product offerings are kind of not ready just yet, right? Maybe it's something you do on a quarterly basis. Maybe it's something like that. But if you're basically literally just putting your hand up and saying, no, you can't come in, you can't give us any money, you can't do any of that stuff, give me a guilty yes down there in the chat box, because everybody does it, 100%. And instead, I want you guys to think about the idea of how much more powerful, how much more bought in could someone be if you let them put down a $10 deposit. If you let them give them an awesome discount and let them prepay for when it is ready, right? How much more motivated would you be to stop wasting time, stop investing months and months and months and months of time? I talk to people every day who do this, trying to, quote, finish your big idea. I'm going to finish my training. I'm going to finish my course. I'm going to finish my whatever, right? Instead, let people pay you now, right? Even if it's as little as $1. You have someone's name, you have a credit card, you have some much better understanding of that people are going to be willing to pay for this idea, right? And then what else you get to do is the really cool stuff we talked about before, right? Why couldn't you then let your customers say, cool, hey, take my 20 Canva tips and tricks, quick ebook, hey? Take my master YouTube content planner spreadsheet download that you guys can have, right? And all of a sudden you get a chance for customers to come in here and vote with their dollars, give you more money, explore other things to go buy. You've got a credit card on file. You can deliver it right inside of SamCart as well, any kind of content you want. In that area, you can let people buy more stuff with their credit card on file. It just becomes this cascading effect where you get someone in the door, you get a buyer, get a customer, right? And all that you get a chance to then do is give them more opportunities to keep buying along the way, right? And when you make it easy for your customers to buy and you make it easy for them to buy more, right? That's how digital products becomes the biggest line item in your entire business. And it is because of really, really awesome, easy features like this one, right? This is the kind of stuff that big time creators are doing that is what is driving their revenue so much higher than people who are just starting out and the hobbyist type businesses that are still making $1 or less per subscriber per year.
And if you're still on the fence, if you're still pre-selling, if your course isn't quite ready, these little upsells are kind of a nice way to keep your customers entertained in the meantime. Like, hey, this big course isn't quite ready, but here's a couple small little things to get you started. Here's a small little tidbits here that's going to get you through to the next cohort, whether that's in 20, 30, or 40 days from now.
I love that. Yeah, Kenneth asked a good question before I just tackle this really quick. Kenneth,
Perfect.
What's up from Atlanta area? What's going on? He said, what's a good price for an ebook? We've talked about a lot of different ideas for what you might sell. Digital products means a lot of different things, right? It can mean an ebook. It can mean download the spreadsheet. It can mean these Canva templates. It can mean an online course. It can mean a lot of different things, right? And so when you're asking about what is a good price for an ebook, right? I always say that when you're selling something like an ebook, it should be specific, right? It should solve one problem really, really well, right? Nobody wants like a textbook, you know what I mean? No one wants to buy some ebook that's 3,000 pages or something whatever. Unless George R. R. Martin comes out with Winds of Winter, in which I will buy the ebook and it doesn't matter how long it is, I will buy it. But for you guys, right? Good ebooks are short. They are specific. Think of it like a really strategic blog post. I'm going to talk about one thing and I'm going to knock your socks off with this one idea. And typically the sweet spot we see is anywhere from $5 to $30. That's my answer. You know what I mean? I could say I've seen people sell ebooks for hundreds of dollars, okay? But I'm telling you right now, if you're someone out there thinking, I've got an ebook, I've got an idea, this is what I want to go do, you know what I mean? Go write something really specific, right? Drop a relatively cheap price point on it, and then do this stuff above my head, okay? Let your customers who come and buy that ebook, right, explore other things you have. Get on drop in a strategy session so you're on the phone with these people, right? Drop in an online course, drop in a resource you made for a client, right? Drop in all kinds of stuff and let those customers go from buying an ebook to buying many, many different things along the way.
And if you find that your ebook is too long, you could just break that up and make it into a second ebook or a third ebook. Scott, what's the typical length? I mean, I think contrary to popular belief, you don't have to make a 100-page ebook. You could make what, a
Oh,
10-page ebook? Like,
honestly, page count doesn't even matter. That's the
yeah,
crazy part, right?
yeah.
When it comes to your guys' products, what you're putting in front of people, I don't care if it's a service, I don't care if it's a digital download, I don't care if it's a course, I don't care if it's whatever. It's about what is the value it brings to somebody, right? I'll let you in a little inside baseball, right? Is we paid a contractor not too long ago. We paid him like $18,000 for exactly 7 minutes of work, right? Something that we didn't know it was 7 minutes of work, to be fair, right? But it was. We paid someone, and I would have paid double considering what this contractor did for us. But what they did for us in 7 minutes of their time, I'm exaggerating about the 7, but it was so short, it's laughably short, was so valuable to us that what it delivered to us, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? We always use the lottery ticket idea. That if you're out there and you're writing an ebook, you're creating, you're trying to create something short and sweet. Some of the best selling digital products I see are ebooks that are like 6, 7, 8, 9 pages, right? Or like templates that took a little bit to create, a little bit of time to create, sell them as many times as you want, right? Or really, really short. I have to say courses, because in a course, like think like one video that's like 20 minutes long, but it's about this one thing that no one else knows how to do, and you create the video about it, you sell it, and it's like can sell like hotcakes. You know what I mean? So typically, I would always say, right, think about solving a problem. What is it going to take to solve a really, really specific problem? And then, listen, you go back, you look at your YouTube channel, you look at other people's YouTube channels, you do whatever.
Hang on, Scott. You're cutting out just a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Hey, let's see. Go video only, and we'll go. Or
Video,
audio
okay,
only.
Hold on.
We're getting it. Testing 1, 2. Check.
I still hear you. You still hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, you're breaking up just a little bit. Yeah, folks, can you hear us a little bit? Are we breaking up? There he is. Scott's coming back. Thanks, folks. Yeah, folks, in the chat, if you guys ever hear any audio issues or video, let us know. All right, Scott's coming back slowly. Yeah, he said a lot. Scott, are you there? Testing 1, 2. Nope. Okay. All right, Scott. Well, Scott's coming back. Got it in the show. Oh my gosh, his computer died. Okay, perfect. All right, folks, let's end the show. Let's wrap it up here. Going back to our final piece. So, just a review. So with Aurelius, he has over 324,000 subscribers on YouTube, his email list, and at a minimum, we suggest, and we always say this, $1 per subscriber per year, where we think at a minimum, Aurelius could be making $324,000 per year at a minimum. And then, but I want to ask the question, like, what if Aurelius made $5 per subscriber, per, $2, $3, $4? What if Aurelius was able to make $5 per subscriber per year? That would bring his total up to over $1.6 million in revenue. And so again, I want you guys to ask yourself this, like, how big is your audience right now, and how valuable is your audience? And then you have to answer these 4 questions here, like, what am I promoting? What's the opportunity? So once you figure out your opportunity, how big is my audience? Okay, I have 5,000 people on my subscriber list. I have 100 people on my subscriber list. It doesn't matter. You don't have to limit yourself. There are folks making full-time income with just 1,000 subscribers in total. You don't have to have 10,000, 100,000 subscribers in order to make a full-time income on the internet. The next question you have to ask is, what are they promoting? So what are you promoting? What product are you promoting? If someone watches your YouTube video, if someone watches your TikTok, if they listen to your podcast, if they read your email or your newsletter, are you putting something in the description? Are you putting some kind of link in the description? Some kind of your digital product, your course, access to you. We always promote that. Like it's something as simple as access, your coaching, or just a hangout one-on-one session, or are you building a community on Discord, on Slack, on a Facebook group? And then the third question, again, you have to ask, always back. You have to ask, how easy is it to buy? Folks, go through, like, turn on a new private window, take your Chrome window, and just go to your website and try to buy something. Go from your social media to your product page and count how many steps, count how many clicks you have to go from your YouTube channel or your TikTok all the way to your product. And if it's more than 2, if it's more than 3, you're going to keep losing. I think it's going to lose like 90% of your followers over and over. Scott, wrap us up. What's the final one? How easy is it to buy more? How does this? How can what's the audience? What can they take away from? How easy is it to buy more? I can't hear. Oh, Scott, we can't hear you. He's coming. He's coming.
Okay, can you hear me?
We're back. There we go.
We're back. Okay, I think we're going. I think it's not even this mic anymore. Sorry. So it turns out something that I thought was also charging my computer at the same time was not doing a good job. Live streaming takes a lot of battery, folks, people, all right? We need some serious equipment here. Anyway, yeah, so to bring this home, right, how easy is it to buy? How easy is it to buy more? Are the two most important questions that you could ask yourself about you and your own business, right? So, you know, if you step back and you take a look and you're thinking, okay, what can I learn from this Aurelius guy that we're kind of breaking down today? The idea is basically that no matter how big or small your audience is, okay, what you need is a very simple path to go from digesting your content to finding out something you have and buying more along the way, right? Solve those 3 things. I don't care what else you guys go do, okay? And you will start making many times more money than you're making right now. And for somebody who's, you know, even someone at Aurelius's size, I mean, these are lessons that continue to pay off for business. We have business on Samcart approaching 9 figures in revenue. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same lessons all the way up. They continually scale. They continue to grow. And I love this one that you brought up, Jordan, right? Is, okay, what if Aurelius made $5 per subscriber? Then he's sitting on a low 7-figure business, right? Almost a multiple 7-figure business. It is not, I guarantee you, whatever number you have in your brain of that would be so sick if I made this much money, is one hell of a lot closer than you think, right? These lessons are not that hard. Create digital products. They are so fast. Jordan, I heard you as I was kind of booting up again, right? So many different ideas that you guys could go and create and execute on right this very second, right? And when you have tools like Samcart at your disposal that make it easy to bring them to market, sell more along the way, manage your customers, make your whole life easy, right? It becomes addicting in the best way, right? For you to spin up more ideas, more products, more templates, more services, more everything, right? Bring it to your audience, because every time you do, you will make more money. So absolutely love that. You guys, Jordan just dropped a link down below this video where you guys can register and be notified. Let us know about other Tuesday takeovers. If you guys want to join us next week, right? Click on that link down below. Register in Luma for this series. We go live every single Tuesday. If you would like to suggest a creator for us to dive into, maybe your favorite big creator, you want to know, how are they making money? How could they be making more? You know what I mean? Drop their link in the comments down below. Would love to take on those recommendations. We've got a big list. We always have a ton of recommendations for that kind of thing, but would love to hear about who you want us to check out as well. But it's a tale as old as time, everyone. Is before I start singing into Beauty and the Beast, I'll let Jordan kind of wrap us up officially and take us out. But the rules that help you go from nothing to $1,000 a month, right, are the same rules that help you to go from 1,000 to 10, 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000,000. You know what I mean? And those are, man, they are make it easy for customers to buy, make it easy for customers to buy more, right, and watch what happens.
Perfect. Viral Tech asks, will this remain in the channel? Yes, this will remain here on the YouTube channel. But if you want to learn a little bit more, if you like this kind of takeover, if you like this kind of business analysis where we talk about making money online, I really want to recommend that you go to creatoru.com. It's creatoru.live or creatoru.com, however you want it to do. And we can wrap up with the trailer if you want to, Scott. We can do the Bois trailer and just
show them the trailer.
close the show.
We'll close it out in style. Yeah, we'll roll that trailer in just a second. CreatorU.com is basically everything that we know about marketing and sales, creating products, all that kind of stuff, in one Netflix-style library. You guys can go and get access for as little as $12 a month. I'm not kidding. everything in Creator U is worth more than you'll pay for Creator for the year. And there are, I think, 50 some individual trainings now inside of the Creator U library. So head over to creatoru.com. If you guys enjoy this content, check it out. You guys can learn about how to build an awesome digital product business inside of Creator U, and then build it inside of Samcart. It is really a match made in creator heaven. That's really what it's about. So Jordan, with that, we bid you guys adieu. Roll that beautiful bean footage, and we'll see you guys in the next edition of the Tuesday Takeover. All right, are we ready? Good? All right, let's do this. Welcome to Creator U.
Stop everything else you're doing. Pay attention to this section because it is hugely important. The first thing is
welcome to Creator U.